Uh, hey.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I love your background there.
Oh no,
I love the red room.
I'm actually in the red room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, they
it's
have great Wi-Fi apparently. I didn't know that.
it's a long story, but yeah, they're treating me nice though because I have this awesome shirt.
that is a very awesome shirt.
Yeah,
I'm very into that shirt. I love that shirt. I'm thinking of getting my own at some point.
yeah. I'll make sure to link the
Yeah.
store where they can buy this.
Yes, it's a beautiful shirt.
In the doobly doo is what
Yeah,
YouTubers say.
yeah.
Um, but yeah,
Oh,
so I have a YouTube channel now. Thank you so much for joining me.
of course. You came on my show recently, so I was so happy you started the YouTube channel.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't changed outfits since.
Yeah, you're still wearing the same thing.
I'm just wearing the same exact shirt.
Yeah,
We can use the same promo material for both.
exactly. But yeah, you were on my show Siphon Filter and Friends, which is depending on when this comes out, is either ending or has ended. But
Yeah, I think that the government
nearing the end.
sanctioned that it. I think the government sanctioned that it was non-essential. So
No, I just ran out of episodes. Siphon Filter and Friends was very essential. Okay.
no, it's true. It actually. So for those of you watching, Tony has this great segment on his channel called Siphon Filter Friends, where he had various guests literally just chat while he and the guests are playing Siphon Filter, which is this game from the 90s.
Yes. My favorite game of all time.
Yeah, which just happened to be about a pandemic crisis.
The week we filmed was like the week that story was like really breaking.
Yeah.
And we were like, huh, that's a weird coincidence. And like, here we are, we're all locked in our home.
Yeah, and then like when you aired my episode, it was like, we're locked down. And I was like, is this even appropriate?
Well, you should have saw the episode I did with my friend.
What?
You should have saw the one I did with Justin Wang. The video I did with Justin Wang. We're making all these like bat soup jokes and stuff because it was still funny back then. And then it's like, we even say in the video, like, oh, by the time this comes out, it might not be funny anymore. And that's what happened. But anyway, the show is nearing the end. And for the final episode, I got the level designer and like the head guy from Siphon Filter to guess because the show got recommended to him.
That's
and
amazing.
he just and he just found it. He like hit me up. I'm like, no way. So I had to like play the game with him watching, and it was the most tense thing I've ever done. Because before this, I'm just showing this game to like my friends, and I'm being an asshole. But now I got to play the game with the guy who made it. I'm like really like under pressure.
That's crazy, but you have a lot of experience with like involving people in the source material, like through working with like Cinemassacre. You showed me that episode with the Jurassic Park game.
Yeah, we did Jurassic Park Trespasser.
Yeah.
And I pushed for a while because I knew the guy who made the game also created like the Xbox and stuff. And he follows James and I think someone else from Cinemassacre. So I like really pushed for Justin to like contact him.
My God.
And we shot the whole episode and wrote the whole thing because he agreed to do the interview, and he didn't send us the interview until like a day or two before the episode aired. So like we were getting ready to rewrite everything. But no, so that was cool. So like we got to ask him like, hey, why you made one of the worst games ever made? Can you talk? Like he wants to talk about stuff he did that was like good. Like, oh, I made the Xbox, I did this. And we're like, hey, remember this horrible failure that almost ruined your career? Can you answer our stupid questions about it?
But I mean that was fun.
After 15 minutes of us talking about how much it sucks, and he was like a good sport. He was really happy about it.
Yeah, I mean,
oh God, you froze.
Yeah, no, but it was funny. I think it says my internet connection is unstable, but it'll be funny.
Oh, okay.
Audio will still work out.
Okay.
But, my first question that I like to ask my guests specifically is, what is your North Star? Meaning, like, what is the driving force for you in times of darkness? Like, you know, for you, you are constantly churning out content. So, like, when you're like, oh, I need to post something. Like, or like what is like the thing that you think of when you're like, okay, this is usable because it follows like my rules that I've established on the channel?
That's a tough question. I'm not sure. Well, one, huh?
Like a taste question. Like what are the things that like feel like
Sorry, you broke up there. I'm sorry.
I
Breaking it up again.
Oh, sorry.
Say it again one more time.
One more time for the people in the back.
Yeah.
So like what feels like your signature based on the things you've established for your channel, like or your work in general?
Well, outside of Siphon Filter, which is like more a little
Specific.
more me being like sincere and stuff. I guess my channel, it's just every video is like, well, how can I confuse and irritate people? That's what it turned.
Star.
Yeah, that's what it turned into. It didn't mean to be that. I try to do more regular videos, and they don't do as well. And then a few years ago, I started coming up with these characters that just existed to piss people off. And I guess that's my thing. I'm like, oh, well, this video, one, will it be funny? Two, will it confuse people who will then share it because they're confused, and more people will find it funny? I don't know. It's tough. I think that's what I
that's a good
to
answer.
is what's funny and what.
I mean, like yeah. I think that's kind of an important thing because you have been able to be successful with having that, and your intention when you really pay attention to it is like, okay, what can I do to be funny or confuse people or piss people off? But really what you're saying is, what can I do to get a reaction out of people? And that's kind of, for YouTube, like, I mean, this will be my second interview for my channel. Like, it's a vacuous space. So you have to find a way to get engagement, right? And you're really good at it.
Yeah, well, right now I'm doing okay. I'm getting better. Like my problem with my channel, I always say, like, because my day job is editing and making other people's YouTube stuff. Yeah. Like my channel's never gonna like super take off just because it's hard for me to like do stuff every single week or every other day. Just because I waste all the I focus all my mental energy on editing the show that I'm on, rental reviews and other things. Then when it gets to my channel, I'm like, oh crap, what am I gonna do here? Let me do a video of me reacting to one of the worst comedians I've ever seen. I did that recently.
Oh my god.
It's a guy who does a show called the 9-Minute Podcast, and he reads his stand-up material, and none of them are jokes. They're just weird things. So I did a try not to laugh challenge, and I didn't laugh the entire video. I'm trying to think what else did I do. When the new Star Wars came out, me and my friend Ray had a dagger in the new movie.
Yeah.
And me and my friend, we did. You're in it, yeah. You have a cameo in that. Yeah, we did. I've since changed the name of it, but Sith Dagger Explained, and we just came up with the dumbest backstory. That was like we knew, like we were making up characters. We were making up shows and novels that didn't exist, and like a bunch of people watched it, like because they wanted to know about her dagger, and they got this like completely insane story. So I don't know. I like doing stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe it's because like a few years ago I was working in like prank videos.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed like tricking people and stuff, but I didn't feel like going out in public where you can almost get like punched, because that almost happened a few times. So I'm like, let me just do this on the internet from the safety of my own home. Although I do go out to conventions in character and mess with people, which is fun.
Yeah, like my favorite character, Joker fan.
Yeah, everyone's favorite.
He's just so real. That's the thing. It's like I know so many people like that. Or they like people will message me or direct message me and I hear a Joker fan.
Yeah.
When I read it.
Yeah, that came from what was it? It was like 2016 when everyone was just complaining about stuff that ultimately didn't matter. Like Women Ghostbusters. I mean, that movie sucked, but like at the same time I didn't really care it was being made. But people were acting like their lives were being destroyed. There was just a lot of that going on. I'm like, man, you guys really need to relax. Like, so I make this character based off these comments. And I think I did too good of a job because I'm not a good actor. And like, I keep like trying to be more and more ridiculous. And then I have my friend Justin come in as a character who's screaming in this horrible Christian Bale voice, and we look like assholes, and so many people watch the videos and think they're real. They're like, why would you say, like, there's people who watch Cinemassacre and then come to my channel and then think Joker fan is real, even though that's not how I act when I'm being myself. They're like, do you really mean this? I'm like, no, I got a Joker mask on. I have an ill-fitting Joker suit. I'm like getting the names of everything wrong. Like, come on.
That's like, it's so funny, the reality that people create just based off of like the content that they choose to watch.
Yeah. And I think it's gotten worse over the ways because like there are a lot of channels that are like Joker fan out there. So people like group me in with them, and it's just like, no, this is a joke. This is a joke. It's just supposed to be funny, guys. Relax.
Yeah, and sometimes that gets dangerous. Like, you know, there's so much misinformation that people put on YouTube, and people, because it's on the internet, they're like, this is a fact. So they share it. And it's like, just because it's on the internet doesn't mean it's real.
No, not at all. Especially when I have a stupid voice and I'm clearly acting.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But you know, like I'm also a Joker fan influencer. So I was trying to decide between my Joker fan shirt and this, but I just felt like I wanted to be in the red room today and like wearing red. So I feel like we kind of didn't even realize we were coordinating today, but it
yeah, it works.
So now that Siphon Filter and Friends is coming to a close, do you have like any ideas that have struck you while in quarantine?
I've been thinking about that. People really like that series, so I got to follow it up. Siphon Filter 2 would be the most obvious one, but I was trying to think of other games, and I would really love to do the original Tomb Raider, but the only problem is it takes me 10 hours to finish a level in that game. So it would be really hard to film. Like Siphon Filter, I can like beat every level like pretty quick if I practice enough. But Tomb Raider, it's like I'm gonna waste someone's entire day if I attempt that. So I don't know what the next game series is gonna be. But for my channel, I'm probably just gonna go back to doing some character stuff, some more topical, like commenting on topics. So I want to go back and do like more reviews.
Yeah.
Recently I read all the Thomas Harris Hannibal novels. Okay. And I did a video recently where I compared Stephen King's Shining to the movie and the miniseries. Yeah. So I want to do something like that because there's 2 versions of Red Dragon.
Yeah.
Something where I'm more like myself. Like I know I love doing characters, but I was doing it so much because it was the only thing getting views. But now that I have this new audience from rental reviews, they actually like seeing me review stuff.
I like
it. Yeah. You like it, but the problem is, 3 years ago, only you liking it wasn't pulling in. So I'm going to go back to like reviewing more movies, but still like keep it comical because I can't be too serious.
Yeah, you actually, I have a suggestion if you're willing.
Okay.
So Clay and you know Clay, right?
I've heard of Clay. I've seen pictures, I think.
Yeah, mostly nudes.
Yeah.
He and I got to this like double level of quarantine where, so I like to rewatch things, as you already know. Like I like to rewatch. I just like to rewatch, especially stuff that came out when we were like in our preteens and teens, like 90s and millennial stuff. But now we've shifted to this quarantine phase where we only watch, not only because we picked it up, but we're watching 90s TV movies.
Okay. Like
very specifically, we got a 30-day free trial that we're probably just going to let charge, to be honest, the Lifetime Movie Club.
The Lifetime Movie Club?
And it's $4.99 a month. And like, if I could get them to sponsor my channel, that'd be amazing because I have grown to love the things I've discovered. You find some movies on there that are like genuinely like everything about it is amazing. And then there's some movies that you're like, why was this made?
Lifetime movies and Hallmark movies, they do people don't realize how well those do.
They do so, but I think that there's like so the reason we did it was because we watched, and I would love you to watch this particular series of films.
Okay.
So we watched this movie called that was recommended by Preston Fossil from Fangoria. He wrote a piece about this movie series called Stalked by My Doctor. And it's a series, it's 4 films starring Eric Roberts.
Okay.
As like a doctor who gets obsessed with his patient, depending on the movie, and like goes overboard. It's so good because there's even a musical number in like the 3rd one. Like it's just like,
oh my God. Oh,
each one tops the next.
Wait, does Eric Roberts sing?
So sort of.
Okay.
Sort of, yeah, sort of. It's immense, and I would love if you could try and watch that series. I'm sure you can find a way, or just anything on the Lifetime movie channel. Because like
I've been wanting to. We were coming up with like we were always coming up with movies to watch in rental reviews.
Yeah.
And I think at one point we had like an idea to just watch like a bunch of like Christmas theme Lifetime or Hallmark movies and like made for TV movies like that, because there are some crazy ones. But no, I want to check out Eric Roberts as a creepy doctor now.
It's so honestly good. Have you heard of the series You?
Yeah, I heard of that. My girlfriend was watching that recently.
Yeah, so it's like that, but like with Eric Roberts.
Okay, so it sounds even better.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, the first one came out in like 2015.
Okay.
And they like, it feels like what do you call it? Like a prologue. It feels like a prologue to the Trump era. Because they're saying things like, boys will be boys.
Oh yeah, I mean, people were saying that before Trump. That was
but like in context of this film, it feels like a prelude. But I'm very curious what you would think of that series, because it is a series of films, and you could constantly be like,
I do want to start going into like series of films too, because like there's some weird series. Like one thing I'm gonna try soon. I don't know if you know this. They're still making Scorpion King sequels. Like up until last year, they get a new guy to play the Scorpion King like every couple years. Eric Roberts might actually be in one of them. And I was thinking the other day, because I'm thinking of like other stuff I can review, and I'm like, because I remember seeing one in the store, and I'm like, oh, is this an old one? I'm like, holy shit, does this say 2017 or 2018? Like, they're still making these? So I'm thinking, I'm like, I should probably go through that whole series and see what.
Yeah, I mean, we've been watching like different series, because like Lifetime especially, they will choose like a title, and then they'll have like stuff like I mean, they're not related, but they have some films that are like dead at 17, pregnant at 17, like just like everything at 17, but like they love to repeat their titles and their themes.
Yeah, well,
we actually watched a film called Stalked by My Mother.
Okay, so it's like a spin-off of Stalked by My Doctor.
They have a whole Stalked by series. It's like it's a whole genre on its own. But the Stalked by My Mother has a twist to it that I was not expecting, and it irritated Clay a little.
Okay.
But I liked it. But so yeah, we're watching a lot of those kinds of things, and then also very specifically like 90s isolation thrillers or 90s like 3-member casts type movies. So yeah, that's what
I think so. Yeah.
We're, you know how it is.
I've been just rewatching like old horror movies and stuff recently. I got Shudder. We did a brand deal for Shudder, so I got a Shudder account finally. So I just been watching what they have on there, watching the Creep Show TV show and stuff. They got some good stuff on there, and catching up with Joe Bob.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't watched any of the new Joe Bob until recently, and I feel bad because we met him, we filmed with him. I didn't realize the girl in the show was like following me. I had no idea. like I just started watching like recently, so it's fun. That it's really really good.
Yeah. Joe Bob is tomorrow. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
depending on when this airs, but like, yeah.
Yeah, every Friday night.
Friday.
Yeah.
It's a nice thing to have right now because it kind of gives a communal feel for everyone, and it's something to. I mean, it's nice. I mean, I'm glad that you finally have Shudder. I was gonna buy you an account and get it.
Anyway, where are we on? Oh, sorry, I was gonna say, where are we on questions? Was that still question one?
They're guidelines.
Oh, okay.
They don't have to be followed, but okay. So, since we have a few more minutes, I wanted to ask you, what is something that, since you do share a lot of yourself online, what is something that people may not know about you that you're willing to share, of course? Like something that's like low-key, like this may not seem like a Tony Brand thing to do, but this is me.
Man, what haven't I revealed yet?
You're so open to the universe and everything.
I'm literally too open sometimes. It gets me in trouble. What is something people don't know? I mean, there's stuff I could say that I don't want people to know about me, but what can I say? Let's see. I guess we're on the topic of movies. This is something I never said before, I think, but I like the movie Devil Wears Prada. I don't know why. Like, it's
good.
I don't know why. I haven't watched it recently, but I remember being like, oh, I really like this movie. And then I thought about it like for years. I'm like, why do I like that movie? I'm like, I'm like, can I tell? Am I going to get made fun of for this? I don't understand why I like this.
That movie is such like a metaphor for so many things. Yeah. Like, just that like cerulean scene alone, I've like honestly contemplated it so many times in my like career and life. Anytime I like judge someone or something or myself, I go like, but like some things have been predetermined for me, and like I should be open to trying it this way. And so no, that's that. I didn't know that about you. That's cool.
I think most people want to know what I know about, like, think about movies and stuff. And I was like, what's the weirdest movie take I have?
No, that's good. And you know what? John Krasinski was obsessed with it so much. And now he's like with Emily Blunt. Like,
he's a little too obsessed, I guess.
Yeah.
That's like being obsessed with a video game and then playing it with the guy who made the game. That's that level of obsessed. What a weirdo John Krasinski is.
What a weirdo. But my final question for you today is a very crucial one.
Okay.
What would you like me to tell the universe on your behalf?
Oh, I definitely want you to tell the universe to subscribe to Hack the Movies on YouTube. Subscribe right now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I will tell them that.
Yeah, that's gonna work out the best for me. That's what I need the universe to hear from me.
All right, I will make sure that message gets out.
Does the universe ever answer any of these messages? I'm wondering. Well, this is only the second interview, right?
Second interview. I mean, this is I'm figuring out with you, but I have discovered a method of delivering these messages that
okay, good.
It works.
Okay, good.
Thank you so much for joining me today, and
yes.
See you later.
Bye.
Subscribe to Hack the Movies on YouTube.